The headlines: SIBC records a surge in HIV and sexually transmitted infections among youths. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock yesterday marked World Food Day and launched the ministry's corporate plan 2025 to 2028. And work to reopen the Marau Airstrip in East Guadalcanal and the Babanakira Airstrip in West Guadalcanal is underway. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanau. SIBC records a surge in HIV and other sexually transmitted infections among young people in the Solomon Islands, with new data showing a sharp rise in cases among those aged 19 to 35. Honiara reports.
Solomon Islands is facing a growing public health challenge, a surge in HIV and sexually transmitted infections among its young population. Recent data from the Ministry of Health indicate a sharp rise in cases among young adults aged 19 to 35. According to SIBC's Family Life Education Programs Coordinator, Jody Toiraina, the latest figures show a concerning upward trend that calls for urgent attention.
Currently, we are looking at the increased number of STI inside law clinic for Mifala, and him raising concern for Mifala. For Mifala must do work extra more for make sure that the young people and general public are aware of this information, so that Salevas have to take care of and then continue for protecting Mokata from this falasiki. Most law other clients will come in with them complication for STI, and that one me really giving Mifala a signal that Mifala need for doing work hard more, because the more STI him increase, but you may looking also HIV, but him also increase.
The trend has been linked to issues such as limited awareness, stigma, and cultural barriers that continue to hinder access to accurate information and testing services.
Mifala also like for telling young people and also general public that SIBC Mifala providing STI testing and also HIV rapid test, and we just like for encouraging everyone for come forward, for come test, because if you know Savelo health status blue, then this is where you got him risk. Also, Miss mentioned him during a lot of programs. So it's really important for young people for come forward, or anyone where you feel that you've been doing some risky behavior, you unsure that health blue might be healthy or no more, you have to come forward, because through testing no more, but you have that you got him or you no got him.
Toiraina emphasized the need to break social barriers such as stigma and shame surrounding sexual health, saying it prevents people from seeking timely help and information.
It's time for me work together more for helping more the young people blame me, because the thing where me looking blame is that every picking in the blame for outcome kakaray lo obvious nama. Even yesterday, some of the young people want to come doing counseling for kata, or just sit down and then just drop from I block kata, just because of realizing that the inside the problem finished. But then the question where him continue for remain with me is that why not picking in the blow you him come lo me come share him every information and every private information blame with me, and not him not sharing with you mommy and daddy or even leader of community. Why? So that question na him continue for making because of that barrier. Picking in the blue, even him not sharing what now. That information where him burn inside the hard blame for telling you, but him come sharing with me. That is why me got a more strong feeling for asking me follow, for supporting me follow, because me stay low here, and then young people ought continue for come me and sharing what now ought to face him.
As the number of cases continues to rise, SIBC and relevant authorities remain committed to raising awareness, providing services, and supporting young people to prevent the further spread of HIV and STIs. Honiara from SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock has launched its corporate plan 2025 to 2028 in conjunction with the World Food Day celebrations, reaffirming the government's commitment to strengthening food security and sustainable agriculture across the country. Simon Tavake with the details.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock yesterday marked World Food Day and launched the ministry's corporate plan 2025 to 2028. In his remarks, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Honorable Franklin Derek Wasi said food security is not just a policy goal, it is a moral duty, deeply rooted in the Solomon Islands' way of life, sharing of food and respect for the land and sea that sustain us.
Today marks a special moment for agriculture and the people of Solomon Islands. Even today reminds us that food is life and agriculture is the heartbeat of our islands. The global theme for this year's World Food Day is hand in hand for better food and better future. It carries a powerful message of unity and shared purpose. It reminds us that we must work together. Government, private sector, development partners, farmers, chiefs, women and youth, all working hand in hand to build a resilient food system for our islands. Food security is not just a policy goal, it is a moral duty rooted deeply in our Solomon Islands way of life. Our custom, our sharing of food, and our respect for the land and the sea that sustain us. When one family gets hungry or goes hungry, it is not their problem alone, it is a challenge for us all. Agriculture remains the backbone of our rural economy and the source of livelihood for nearly 80% of our population. It connects our people to their land, sustains our families, and supports our economy.
Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary Dr. Samson Viulu said the ministry's corporate plan will act as a guide for the ministry's development projects and future plans.
Mifala produce na this fala niwa na corporate plan and provide him na policy guidelines and establishment of the ministry plus him work plans and resources where ministry him needy. Him also outline him na the general direction where ministry bahay may take him in order for achieve him na o kata priority policy blo government of the day. Now government of the day lo this fala time him na government blo national unity and transformation GNAT in short, where two fala na overarching policies at garen for yumi lo agriculture for country. One fala for yumi make him agriculture attractive, and second one yumi like for make him agriculture him become not just backbone but economic backbone blo Solomon Islands. Yumi everyone sabe that forestry sector blame him decline at this point of time, and the next major revenue contributor blame him na mining sector, where what a projecting for by I think about 49 to 51% contribution lo GDP blame. So you may like for also diversify na economic base block country by strengthening na agriculture sector blame. There are so many activities where agriculture sector hem is coming lo hem.
SIBC TV understands the ministry's new corporate plan replaces the corporate plan of 2021 to 2024. Simon Tawake, SIBC TV.
Now work to reopen the Marau Airstrip in East Guadalcanal and the Babanakira Airstrip in West Guadalcanal is underway. This follows the recent signing of a memorandum of understanding between the national government and the Guadalcanal provincial government for the planned reopening of the Avu-Avu Airstrip, also located in East Guadalcanal. The tender process for the rehabilitation and expansion of the airstrip was completed last month. When addressing the people of Turarana last week, Guadalcanal Province Premier Honorable Willie Atu announced that two teams comprising members of the Provincial Assembly are already on the ground conducting awareness on the plans to reopen the two airstrips.
And me like for announce him here today that as a Premier, me happy to us that Avu-Avu Airstrip is on tender now. Him on tender and him finished tender, him close, finished last month. And by to go for rebuilding back Avu-Avu Airstrip. Make him aeroplanes so we go back to Avu-Avu. Today, time talk this time here, three-fal MPA members and Mivalia or the Godon lo Babanakira. Pastor with Babanakira, but trying to open in Babanakira Airstrip back more. And Marau Airstrip will open back more. Because once you look around the Solomons, every airstrip of Solomon that ceiling lo now. But you will hear him stop also.
He said this would also create opportunities for other infrastructure developments, such as road projects, to connect remote areas across the province.
You may need for connect back. So we have now several moves when we will initiate him and pass him to the national government. And we will believe that him by initiating other developments. The story with the Makira and South Malaita and other like for use him too, the airstrip. We will also put him on tender by looking that the road start Lokauka for Gokas and Marau. But the survey him tender by him close next month for survey him. And road for connect Gokas and Marau. And for go around the weather coast Gokas and Lokuma as well. And for around inside Loyola Boost Gokas and another side. For him to connect him to Canal province and people. So those are some of the things that we have done.
Residents of Forau village are taking proactive steps to maintain peace and security through the Olufera Community Bylaw, a locally driven initiative that has helped reduce crime and promote unity over the past 3 years. Andrea Mahanua visited the village and filed this story.
The people of Forau village in northeast Malaita are taking proactive steps to maintain peace and security within their community. Just over 3 years ago, they established the Olufera Community Bylaw to combat the rise of crime and bad behaviors.
Mi fala looking population for blood this fala place. Me consist me roughly me up to 5,000 now. So that one me fala looking maze inside lo place. Lo okata crimes. So that one emi oseme mi bike fire lo mi fala okata leaders. That one now emi creating mind lo mi fala for mi fala mas putting laws and regulation inside lo place here because population here big too much.
The community has observed a steady decline in crime following the introduction of the community bylaw.
Time if la imposing bylaw inside the community, outcome inside the community, everything no happen regularly or same last time bylaw no commit. But time bylaw happen, other things no happen inside the community belum fala. For happen or same regularly na normal. That one na mi fala looking. So positive law living belum mi fala law community.
Despite the positive shift, Fugui emphasized the need for improved collaboration with law enforcement authorities to efficiently address criminal activities.
Time mi fala take kam boka go kasim this time some fala downfalls happen inside lo community because if police emi up to date lo waka problem wait mi fala no any problem no more for happen lo bylaws ya. So that one no me call for police for him must waka up to date lo waiting mi fala okata bylaws where mi fala putum finish.
Andrea Mahanwa for SIBC TV.
The Public Accounts Committee will launch its inquiry into the 2026 national budget on 4th November 2025. With PAC Chair Honorable Gordon Dasililo pledging transparency and accountability despite a tight review time frame. Alex Dedamo with more.
Because of that tight cash flow situation that we've been having.
The Public Accounts Committee will begin its inquiry into the 2026 national budget on 4th of November 2025. PAC Chair Honorable Gordon Dasililo revealed during Parliament's recent meeting. Honorable Lilo assured Parliament that his committee will perform to the expected standard despite the short time frame given to examine and scrutinize the Appropriation Bill 2026.
And I can say, Mr. Prime Minister, that our committee will do its best within the very short period of time that you've given to us to scrutinize the budget as required by the Public Accounts Committee. In fact, I have already scheduled the committee to commence its hearing on the 4th of November. 4th of November, that should give us at least about 2 weeks to be able to carry out the inquiry into the budget estimate and the various associated documents, bricks that may have been presented or that will be presented to the committee, and we will ensure that we should be able to have that done at least a week before the 24th of November.
Honorable Lilo, in the meantime, calls for stability and calmness to be maintained within the government to ensure a smooth oversight on the scrutiny process of the national budget.
Prime Minister, I just want to urge, government, to remain stable, calm, and then work towards ensuring that, we must pass this budget. We must pass this budget. The issue of stability is within you, not Lomival to decide. We are committed to give you that space, so please, continue to ensure that stability exists within your government. I want the whole public, to know that. We are here to help you in the various aspects of our parliamentary system, and we will continue to do that. We will continue to do that. And so be rest assured of our commitment to be able to work with you and to engage in a quality way to ensure that whatever comes into this House will receive the best of our participation in the way that we would expect Parliament as a body, to deal with.
The PAC process into the national budget is an essential component of parliamentary oversight, ensuring transparency and accountability in the management of public finances. Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.